And so I'm just going to share a little story about fear, faith, and how I saw God move powerfully when I said yes to Him. So I just finished up my freshman year at TCNJ, and when I came onto campus, I knew that I really wanted to get involved with the campus ministry, and so that's right, exactly what I did. I jumped right into our InterVarsity chapter, and a couple months into the school year, I was invited to join like a 4-week little small group that trained us how to start gigs. And if you don't know, a gig is just a small group for not yet Christians, just to explore who Jesus is, kind of in like a safe environment. And so these 4 weeks went by, and people were ready to start their gigs by the end, and I wasn't. And after winter break, people came back from school, they hit the ground running, they were ready to start their gigs then, and I wasn't moving, I wasn't going anywhere. And so during a winter retreat, I talked to my staff leader, Alyssa, and we were kind of discussing why I wasn't going anywhere. I realized that I was making excuses for not starting my gig. I kept saying that I was too busy, or I was being too lazy, or I was just saying that I wanted to spend time with my own friends and not go out with these other people on top. So when I got back to campus, she kind of would text me and say, "Hey, did you start your gig yet?" And I would be like, "No." And then I would see her at large group and she would say, "Hey, did you get my text about your gig?" And I would say, "No." And so I was just taking all of these opportunities to say yes to my fear instead of my faith. I was letting my fear get in the way of God's will. And so soon after, my staff had us bring pizza into the freshman dorms. It was like a little outreach event. And I was really reluctant to do that. I kind of rolled my eyes at my staff for doing something. When she said I had to do that, but then I just said yes. Okay, I said I'll go. And so we ended up on my own freshman floor, of course. We ended up on my own freshman floor, and I passed this open door with a room full of people, and these were literally the exact people that I wanted to talk to about my gig. And so there's an open door, right? And so I didn't want to go in, but then I said, yes, I'll go through this door. And so they asked me about this pizza. They were like, why do you want this pizza? And I kind of said, well, it's just like a little outreach for InterVarsity, you know. And I was kind of shaky about it, but then something said, go deeper. And so I sat down and I said, actually, there's something I really want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about this thing called a gig. And I explained to them what it was, and I was amazed because they were all interested. And so fast forwarding, 9 people showed up for that first gig. That one of the people that was at my gig is an atheist, and she was actually the one that suggested afterwards, "Hey, do you think you're going to continue this next semester? I really think that since we're all living in different places next year, like this gig could grow." And the person that I was least expecting to say that said and suggested that my gig could grow, and that was really cool. And so what I see in my story is just a lot of little times where I took little steps away from God because of my fear. And I also see times where, since He's so faithful, He pulled me towards Him and He said, yes, you can. And what I realized is that God is so faithful, and sometimes we just have to say, yes, Lord, I trust you. I know that You'll move mightily and powerfully when I say yes to you. And so my question for you is, where is God inviting you that you might be afraid to go? Let me assure you that it's always right to say yes to Jesus.